First of all, you have to wake up to the fact that there are people in high positions of power who are your enemy, who want to enslave you. Okay, now who's telling you that this is freedom? This person is your enemy, and you have to ignore what this person is saying and do what you know is right in your heart. This is, in a sense, I don't have to make the case anymore. You know you're a slave of your passions. That's why, that's the situation. The fact that the entire culture is trying to enslave you just shows you the magnitude of the problem, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a problem.
On the bright side, there's the fact that people now have a genuine insight that they have desecrated something sacred. It's a bit like in the Divine Comedy when Dante and Virgil ascend to heaven again, but only via Satan's backside. So right from the depths is where you can start to rebuild.
Right. And that's what I think is going to happen. That's what's going to happen. There'll be a lot of collateral damage, but that's going to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, there will be no story. It'll be the end of the human race. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think it feels like the end of the world. When the empire goes down, it always feels like the end of the world. That's what St. Jerome said. But then sooner or later, as Vico said, something new rises up, and that would be St. Benedict. And the monastery, it's over. We can't go back to that. We have a new paradigm. And it's not that wasn't fraught with struggle and violence. The monastery became the citadel against barbarian hordes, my barbarian German ancestors looting and pillaging as they crossed the Rhine and the Danube. It wasn't pleasant, but that's history. And as long as you know the form of history, which I think we do know because of Christianity, this is a historical religion. We know that there has to be a good outcome because God cannot write a tragedy. He's not going to write a tragedy. There will be plenty of tragedies along the way, but that's not the big picture and that's not the big story. And that's the sign of meaning that we should be conveying to our students. You should be conveying. I'm glad I'm not in academia. Getting fired from my position was the best thing that ever happened to me. I wish you were still teaching English students, but that's not within our control. God has a plan, and he doesn't need these little institutions anymore now that we can talk to each other face to face.